Okay, the other problems I was talking about that I mean, you fiddle around with Mathway, you maybe figure out a way to doing it. I'm trying to do quick for you. Is this one, completing the table. All right, and what it does is it gives you one of the equations of the system, and it gives you values of the x already, and it wants you to find the y. All you got to do is plug and chug, okay? So you're going to start with -1, and you're going to replace the x with -1 and solve for y. So let me scooch this over. So you're going to say y equals 2, and since 2 and x are next to each other, that means multiply. So I'm going to put parentheses here to represent multiply and stick in this -1 plus 7. Okay, and I can do all of this in my calculator. I don't have to write it down. I can just plug it in, but watch out for your negatives. Okay, so y equals -2. Yeah, 2 times -1 is -2 plus 7. So then y equals 5, and that's what they want in here, the answer. Okay, then you do it again for 0. You start all over. Y equals 2 times 0. Let me move this up. Plus 7. Okay, so we know that 2 times 0 is 0. So 0 plus 7. So y equals 7. Okay, and then one more time over here. Y equals 2 times 1 plus 7. So y equals 2 plus 7. Y equals 9. Okay, so that's what filling out the tables are for you. Let me do the other one that has the negative, because I want to make sure that the negative isn't getting you hung up. Okay, so I'm going to erase this really quick. So the only difference is they give you the same x values, and they give you this equation, -x plus 4. And you just do the same thing. The kicker with the negative, the kicker of the negative is that's really a -1. Okay? So I'm going to say y equals a negative. I'm going to go ahead and write that as a -1, okay? Times the -1 plus 4, okay? This -1 is really what this is. Like I told you in other videos that are, I better repeat myself because I decided some of those videos I wasn't going to show you. Whenever there's a Lone Ranger out here like this, a Lone Ranger negative, there's really a 1. 1 likes to be invisible. He's kind of squirrely like that. So that's what that -1 is. This -1 inside the parentheses, that is that -1. Okay? So y equals -1 times -1 plus 4. So y equals 1 plus 4. So y equals 5. Okay? The next two are easy. We don't have to worry. The negative's not going to be too much of a heartburn. So y equals -0 plus 4. If you plug -0 in your calculator, it's not going to do anything. It's just going to be a 0. It's the same thing as saying 0 plus 4, which is the same thing as 4. Okay? And then finally, for 1, y equals a -1 times a +1 plus 4. Okay, so that's going to be, make that a -1 plus 4. So y equals 3. And again, you can plug all of this stuff in your calculator and crank it. But that's what it's asking for, in case it wasn't clear. You just plug and chug. And then I don't know if they want you to come back and look at the two different answers and decide what the possible solution is. I don't see that here, but I think if you were given the two equations, if you'd put it in Mathway like I showed you, or graphed it like I showed you, you would get the solution. That's just helping you with the tables. Okay, I think that's it. Hopefully this, between my Mathway video and these videos on how to fill out the table, that will get you there. I'm looking at just review your definitions. A system of linear equations with exactly one solution is an independent system. Okay, and then a system of linear equations with at least one solution is dependent, and then with many solutions is consistent. I believe. I don't know. I think I'm right, but check your vocab. Go back through and look at the vocab, or just type in, just Google it. You know, this is off the record unless you share it with my boss. Just Google in, you know, consistent system, dependent system, independent system, or whatever the vocab is. Because, you know, vocab in math is stupid. Other than you need to know what the phrases mean, but to be tested on it. But anyway, just use your tools that you have available, and hopefully all this helps you. And please, 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 please contact me as soon as you start having trouble. Okay? You having trouble with a particular lesson or a quiz, let's go over it and make sure that we understand what we're doing, so we can break them down into small little pieces. Okay? All right. Talk to you later.